Hello, comrades. That was a really poor accent. I usually do better. Anyway, welcome to part 8 of my Let's Play. I had a friend tell me that
over the Isles of
he finished this by like his 5th or 6th attempt. In other words, he got the true ending. I didn't say finish all the paths. I'm obviously not that good. I make bad decisions apparently in this game.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion
What's that
that
key
Lapino
for?
had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Ah, that must mean there was a new unlock or something.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Ah, cool!
Renato couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Renato could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
Does this mean we finally get to get rid of Lupino? Because that'd be awesome.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
Ooh, I should find an altar soon because,
Sparkly.
got a bunch of level ups.
Renato.
What a pretty stage this is. Do you not call them stages in these sorts of games? I'm so used to fighting games, I sometimes forget what the terminology is for other games, like backgrounds in fighting games that you fight on are stages. Ooh, ah.
He'd always felt that the rabbit resented him. Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the laughs, he wasn't a happy camper. Oh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice?
Ah. So many pathways. Oh hey, what's over here? I am going all over the place now. I can't remember if I have to...
You could use this material to craft a spork. Or a sword.
I'll get to an altar so I can use those level ups. Sorry guys, was responding to a message.
See? Everything kind of looks good on you.
Oh, that's not health. Cool. Okay, let us see. I dash a lot. Maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to upgrade this. That could be really cool because I now have that energy thing. But I also want to increase the combo thing. So let's go with... I don't really grab. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna increase this, so let's go with that. Ow! Okay then. Look at all that energy. Oh, that's right, because I dashed through.
Lapino would betray him. The core was dangerous. Renato had a fleeting idea that the two ideas went together somehow. And then it was gone again. Ah, damn ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them.
Let's see what this... I don't know. Let's see what the bridge has to offer. What a cemetery-esque area, except there's no graves. It does take a lot to recover health. I'm not sure why, actually. You'd think it'd be a little faster.
Bloody and exhausted, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Renato didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The Ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky River was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself and his fleet up with it. Yes.
Oh no, I'm not trying that. I'm getting revenge on Lupino right now.
Me? A traitor? I'm hurt, said Lupino. Why ever would you say that? We found your code book, said Renato. They hadn't, but he hoped Lupino would blow his cover. You got me, said Lupino. And you know what? I don't regret a thing. It's always about you, isn't it? You're the pretty hero. You get the girl, you get the medal, and what do I get? Rabbit food. I thought you liked rabbit food. Go to hell, said Lapino. And he made a gesture. And 20 ravens came out of nowhere and stabbed Renato to death. He had tried something bold and paid the price for it.
What? That quick. I want revenge on Lupino, damn it.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
So, don't do that, I guess?
Felt that the rabbit resented him. Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the laughs, he wasn't a happy camper. Oh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice? This chest contained a Vorpal sword. I'm just kidding. Vorpal swords don't exist.
Oop. Let's go down the well. And I missed a chest. Oops. Ow. It's so funny, personal story. Or not so funny. Like, roughly a week ago, my boyfriend decided to play chiropractor. Trying to get like a kink out of my back or something, so he squeezes me really hard. And he ends up like hurting my ribs and the one part of my back. Now I'm not mad at him, he didn't do it on purpose. But the other day we had to bring like Christmas decorations down because, you know, we're late with everything.
Ravens were landing everywhere from dropships.
And
if they got to Lapino first, the rabbit would give the Empire all the intelligence he'd been stealing from the rebellion, and they'd probably give him a medal.
Ooh, lost me.
He'd have to be
I got stuck listening and I lost my train of thought.
At the slightest hint of danger, the mad rabbit would take off like a... well,
so I want him to do it by himself. And we don't live together yet. But he was over the house. And I'm like, hey honey, you know, my ribs hurt. Could you do it? And he would not do it by himself, and I don't know why. I was so pissed. I'm like, you can't do anything by yourself.
Pino would betray him. The core was dangerous.
And
fleeting idea that the two
in
ideas went
spite,
together somehow. And then
I decided it was a brilliant idea to do it myself, because I'm like, eh,
they never stuck around when you needed them.
I tried basically the guilt trip method. And my ribs are paying for it now, because now they hurt way more than they did before.
A for effort, D for dead.
This is what happens when you get spiteful. Okay, obviously I have to choose a different story path this time.
Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Renato didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky River was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself and his fleet up with it. Yes, that was it.
Obviously the other one's not a good idea, so...
Renato felt like a real hero, brave and smart. He told the rabbit all about the Sky Ripper's God's Eye core.
I'll go get the core while you attack Zenobia.
He told the rabbit.
But wait, I have an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia,
said the rabbit.
Right, yeah, that is better,
agreed Renato. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Renato just needed the Emperor to use the core. If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly. Zenobia. He could save her and bait the Emperor at the same time. Right. Now, all Renato had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then, he would rely on her love for him to convince her how evil her father was, so she'd run away with him instead of going back to her father, who was going to blow himself up. It did sound a little risky. But Renato had a feeling it would work out somehow. It always did.
A little risky? How about a little complicated? And it always worked out. Bitch, we still haven't gotten the true ending. This has not worked out well thus far. This hasn't worked out at all. Actually, I am being called to a fighting game right now, so I'm gonna stop it here, which is probably one of my shortest videos. We will continue with this. Next time I get to a playthrough. Thank you to anybody who watches this short little video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter and Twitch, same name. And I will see you guys in the next playthrough.